Today we're going to take a quick look at the Silverstone PS05. This is actually the PS05B for black. There's a PS05B-W which you can pick up that has a side panel window. The PS05, if you've followed the Silverstone series, the Precision series, this is kind of a blend between the PS04 and the PS03. The 03 had a fixture up top here, and the PS04 actually had this kind of facade, more the bezel, just a partial. And what they've done here is it looks like they basically engineers got a little more creative with the front bezel and the top. The front here features their snowflake icon here with the mesh intake for your cooling fan, a 120 cooling fan. It doesn't come with one. You'll have to pick up one since that's optional on the Precision series, which is more of their budget series. All around you see it's pretty much standard case, not too much going on. The back, however, features an exhaust fan. You can see that up here. Water cooling ports if you want to run some water cooling later on. Standard power supply bay here. The back features a toolless PCI locking bracket right here. This kind of helps cover your screw holes on the back here. Little bit of security, I wouldn't say much. Thumb screws holding on your panel so they didn't exactly completely skimp on everything here. The bottom here, two intake vents. This one you can add a 120 cooling fan if you feel so inclined. The rear here, however, is just your venting for your power supply if you want to face your power supply downward. We have holes here we'll take a look at in just a second. That's for a SSD. Nice little mesh cap here for a little extra venting. You can add a 120 cooling fan up top. The rear here is just for extra ventilation. Here we have our audio ports, so your headphone, mic, 2 USB, standard 2.0, reset, and power. All right, we're going to open this up real quick. Boxing contents, well, it's pretty simple. A manual in case you have any questions, a few screws and standoffs for mounting the motherboard. It comes pre-configured, already set up for an ATX, a full-size ATX. If you want to mount a micro ATX, they've included this. Silverstone includes the standoffs and the screws, so you can get that going. Hard drive bays feature toolless functions for how you want to mount your hard drive. These are kind of unique. I haven't seen these before, but basically it's a tray that fits your hard drive of choice. Once your hard drive's installed, you don't need any screws or have to worry about bending this. You just basically set this down, press your hard drive into place. The little knobs secure where the mount to the bottom of the hard drive just fit in there, and you use this onto the holes, and when you press that in, that locks the hard drive in place. It won't come in and it won't slide in and out. This is kind of a unique one. Again, we haven't quite seen this before on too many other solutions. We've seen close, but this one seems like probably the easiest to work with. Where typically you would find a floppy drive, or also toolless. You can use this for, of course, any other smaller drives that you have lying around if you want to actually put them to use. 5 1/4 bay is also toolless. No having to fight with anything to get your drives in and out. Case also features internal filter here. A little tricky getting this guy out. It's meshed just so that any air that might be coming through the bottom here, you don't have to worry about too many dust bunnies getting inside. Take off the back panel here, the left side, and you get a better look at the cutout features of the case. You can see the large CPU cutout. This comes in real handy for users who already have their system mounted later on. Let's say perhaps you don't like the stock cooler that came with your system, your CPU. Well, this cutout lets you take that off easily enough and put on your new one and get to the brackets that are on the back. A lot of them have back plates. This little cutout here makes that real easy to do. We feel this is a staple feature that should come with every case, budget or not. It's just one of those common sensible features that the industry has seemed to take on and adopt, which for their end users, super handy. for a black chassis, solid black chassis, toolless bays. We think budget users are going to find this one actually quite nice to have. It's a little more contemporary, not too crazy. Again, with or without your window panel, it's up to you. What we're going to do is give this one a thermal test and see how it works out. See how it handles our brutal test system. You'll just have to read on from there. Thanks for watching.